if you're having a moment where you're like, I don't know if now is the time to focus on this thing I want to focus on. I don't know. Maybe I can't trust myself. Maybe now's not the time. I don't know what kind of uproar it would cause in my life if I pursued this thing. If you're having any of that come up around a desire that's surfacing for you, then today I am talking to you. My name is Jaclyn Foster. I am a relationship and fulfillment coach. And one of the things I love to do is help people shift from unsatisfied and unfulfilled to feeling more passionate, more adored, more loved, and more embodied, both for themselves and in their relationships. And so if you enjoy this video you're about to hear, I invite you to like and subscribe for videos as they come out so you can get notification. And of course, if you watch this and you were like, oh my gosh, I want to be more in touch, you can also find me on Instagram at Foster Jaclyn, which you can find more information about that below, as well as reaching out for one-on-one coaching. So if you were hear this message today and you were like, oh my gosh, I want to jump in more, I want help with this, then reach out and let's get connected. Okay, so you were like, I don't know if I can go forward. I don't know if I can do this thing that I say that I want to do, but I haven't done it yet, and there's so much going on. If you're feeling kind of that chaos and indecision, I want to give you something really important to consider. And it's something that I think I've noticed in my life. I've had this happen a number of times, and I had to slow myself and kind of realize, oh my gosh, I'm doing it again. And that is, and stay with me here, I'm going to try to explain this in a few ways because I think initially we can be like, I'm not doing that. So the thing that I'm talking about today is modifying your behavior in hopes that it will change or control someone else's response. For example, you might think, oh my gosh, I want to pursue this sexual desire, or I want to build this business, or I want to do this thing that really matters to me. But oh my gosh, it might upset my partner if I do this. It might mess up our relationship in some way. It might change my relationship to my parents, and that might fall apart. These are examples that have been real life for me. And in the moment when I wasn't pursuing things, I was just like, oh, now's not the time. I don't know, I'm not ready. But the more and more that I understood and heard this message of just how important it is to feel loved, and when we don't know enough what the experience is of unconditional love, especially within ourselves, we can more desperately cling, right? And we're not doing this because we want to, but we just by accident end up clinging more to the love of other people. And we try to change how we act and behave, hoping that we might be able to preserve some of that love that we're afraid of losing. And so if you resonate at all with this, this is just so great to check in on, because it's a really interesting thing, right? You might be like, well, I'm not actively trying to control someone, right? I'm not saying something to them, I'm not doing something to them. But what you are doing is you're stopping yourself from doing something, hoping that it is going to have an impact on how that person responds, which in a way, it's trying to control their response, which we can't do, right? The only thing we can ever control is our own personal response. And the more that we can actually take responsibility for that and take responsibility for making sure that we feel loved and that we feel loved from the inside out, the easier it is to pursue our desires, to create relationships we love, and to feel super strong and amazing about them. So I hope this has been helpful, and really just take a moment. If there's something that you're really wanting to pursue, just ask yourself, who am I worried about knowing that I did this thing? Who am I concerned that if they knew that I did this, they would be upset, or they might not love me, or they might feel different about me? If you can think of someone, if you can resonate with that, you're like, oh yeah, God, this person might be upset. They might not love me. Our relationship might change. This is a great indicator, right? This isn't bad. This is huge, awesome, amazing awareness, but it's an indicator that you might be holding yourself back because you're hoping that someone will love you more or feel better about you if you don't, which again, you can't control. So having that awareness is an amazing first step. I hope this has been helpful to consider. If you enjoy this video and you have more questions about this whole process of how we accidentally try to control how other people are responding by changing our behavior, I'd love to hear your questions below. I think this is such a hot topic and an important topic to talk about. So if there are any questions as you hear this or additional curiosities, leave them in the comments below. And again, if you like this video, follow, subscribe, and you can find more of my contact information and details below. Wishing you an amazing day, love and encouragement, and remember that wanting love and needing love is so vital and important, but you can always cultivate it within. Never make it a reason that you hold yourself back from living your best life. Mwah. So much love, and I'll see you next time.